history of video games, it seems like the company Irem doesn't get as much credit as it deserves. Throughout the 80s, they created some quality arcade titles. They developed Moon Patrol, which contained one of the earliest uses of parallax scrolling with its background graphics. Ooh, look at that! They also developed Kung Fu Master, one of the very first beat-em-up games. You might know it better by the name it was given when Nintendo ported it onto the NES, simply Kung Fu. And of course, no discussion of Irem is complete without mentioning R-Type, a very solid series of space shooters. Shooting games and beat-em-ups were Irem's bread and butter in the 1980s, but in 1990, they brought us this cute little gem of a puzzle game. Kickle Cubicle was originally an arcade title, but was later ported to the NES. In it, the evil Wizard King has taken over the Fantasy Kingdom in some sort of vague, villainous scheme. Princess Pumpa tells you that there are 4 palaces to traverse in the kingdom, but the Wizard King came and took all the palaces. Really? He just took them? He hid them under his jacket and walked away? Did he tie a bunch of balloons to them until they floated away? Whatever, maybe it's just a bad translation. But anyway, as Kickle Cubicle, it's your job to save the kingdom. You'll have to travel through Garden Land, Fruit Land, Cake Land, and Toy Land. Even though they all pretty much look like ice lands to me. Each stage is a single screen, containing holes in the ice which you'll need to fill in to reach other parts of the stage and collect dream bags. You can do this by using your abilities of creating pillars with your freezing breath, and freezing enemies and turning them into blocks. Then you just kick the ice cubes, and they'll slide along the ice, falling into holes and allowing you to walk over them. The gameplay is very reminiscent of the Adventures of Lolo series, although with a cute ice theme. The music was composed by Masahiko Ishida, who worked at Irem for about 3 years. A couple notable games he composed music for were R-Type 2, which is a classic shooter, and Holy Diver, a very cool Famicom game that unfortunately and mysteriously never made it to North America. It was heavily influenced by Castlevania, and I would have loved to have seen this game make it to the NES. The music in Kickle Cubicle is sparse, but it's cheery and complements the game's cutesy atmosphere very well. However, aside from the boss battle music, there's only one stage theme, and with over 60 regular stages in the game, plus 30 extra challenging stages, this can really get on your nerves after a while. However, the sound effects are nice, the theme before you fight a boss is scary enough, and the boss battle theme gets you pumped. For a simple puzzle game, Kickle Cubicle is still a fun game to break out when you're stuck inside on a winter day. Give it a try sometime!